Okay, now let's try it. So we got the pamphlet here, shows you all the different Renegade games that Renegade sells. We have this little flyer here, Shatter the Grid. It talks about some volumes that you can buy. On the other side is the other expansions and stuff that you can buy for this game. And we have the power board here. Here's the grid on the other side. We have one component. I'm sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties with the sound. Trying to get it adjusted just right. So this is actually a component for the board itself. So I'll actually move this box aside. So we have two sides to this. And so I will actually set this up. So we have two sides of the board. One's I think in panic mode. I just got this, so I haven't actually looked at everything. And I'm sure there's a certain way this has to be set up according to the rules, as far as like which district goes next to which district. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And then we have that set up. Then we have the miniatures here. And so I'll zoom in on these. Alright, so we have these monsters here, and they're called Foot Soldiers, which I should have known that because of watching this show when I was younger. I'll just open this up. So we have different kinds. We have singles, we have some with double heads. There. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the ones with double. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of the doubles. Then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of the singles. And so I will try to hold these up for the camera the best I can. So, going to adjust the camera once more. All right. It's a little better. So there's the double. And the single. There we go. I'm sure those guys will be pretty easy to paint. And then we have the Rangers. Yellow Ranger. Red Ranger. Got a sword there. Pink Ranger. Oop. Blue Ranger. Black Ranger. I'm gonna definitely paint these guys. And then we have the monsters. So we have this piggy here. This guy's actually kind of heavy. We have Madam O, I think her name is. Got some weight to her as well. Nasty Knight, I do believe. This miniature is actually pretty nice. Got a lot of detail. We got Bones. We have Rita Repulsa. And we have different components. So these are the hit tokens, little chits for the hits. Then we have in this bag, we have, I think the book, Lead Ranger token with a lightning bolt on it. Got the Megazord token. This is the power marker. So I'm wondering if it actually goes on the power board, which is the, like I showed you earlier. I don't know if this would go here or here to symbolize where some power is. We have 4 panic tokens right there. Looks like caution, blue caution signs. Then we have some energy tokens. And then we have some action tokens. I'm not sure what these are for yet. But basically they have a green arrow on one side. On the other side they have like almost like a double arrow. Right, then we have Ranger cards. So we have 5 Rangers. So there's the Yellow Ranger. Pink Ranger. Blue Ranger. Red Ranger. Black Ranger. There's the Tyrannosaurus Mighty Morphing Red. So this is the Zord that goes with it. Blue Zord. Black Zord. Pink. Yellow. And then there's the Dino Megazord card. we have just these dice here. So they have like energy symbols on. I'm not sure what they exactly mean. I don't know if that means a miss and that means a hit. Because the hit there kind of looks like the hit symbol on the token. Alright, then we have the cards. So these don't really go in there very well. There we go. Alright, so we have some of these cards that have the foot soldiers on them. They are called foot soldier deployment cards. So on one side it tells you how many of the super putties to patrol to put out. And then on the other side, so you have 2 of these super putties, which is the double-headed ones. And on the back side it tells you where to put them. So this is the Angel Grove High. And then for the next one it says the putty patrol, so it's just 2 putty patrols. Again, flip it over, there's Ernie's Juice Bar. There's the back. There's another 2 super. There's Industrial District. 2 regular putties and then 1 super putty. Angel Grove High. So it's just various places within the 4 locations. And then we have some boss cards or enemy cards. So here's some bones, for instance. And these came sleeves, so that was pretty nice. And the other side tells you what they do, what their actions are. How many health. Alright. So then we have Pudgy Pig. And then on the side again, shows you their actions. Madam Woe. Some decent artwork. And again, just there are some of their actions. We have Nasty Knight. The other side of them. Alright, and then we have Rita Repulsa. So those are the boss cards. And then there's her actions, what she does with her cards. Alright, and then in this little pocket here, alright, so we have foot soldier enemy cards. It's like their actions, like their stats, basically what they're going to do for the round. So here they are. So flip it over, tells you what they do. So there's a super putty, putty, putty. So it's going to go back and forth between putty and super putty. But then on the other side of them tells you what their actions are, what they do. So here's some cannon fodder. It deals 2 damage. So it's an AI system. And And then we should have some monster deployment cards. So here's Rita Repulsa's deployment card. Just shows you to put her on the board. Then we have the monsters here. There should be 4 monsters. One for Pudgy Pig, whatever his name is. Yeah, Pudgy Pig, Bones, Madam Woe, and Nasty Knight. Hey, I'm Jordan. Thanks. The mini quality is actually really nice. And so it's actually pretty solid plastic. And like I can bend it with my finger, but it pops right back because it's pretty thick. Especially these weapons. You'd think that they would use flimsy plastic on the weapons. However, the miniature is actually a bigger scale than the normal 32. And so it doesn't say like what the scale is on the bottom, but it's got some weight to it. Like this Pudgy Pig here is the heaviest one of all of them, and he is pretty heavy. And now we look at the Ranger cards. So there are obviously 5 different colors. So they all have the same back, unfortunately. And so here's the Red Rangers. We have Trino, Slash, Block, Lead the Charge, Power Sword, Team Tactics, Blade Blaster, Lead the Charge, and then Tyranno Slash. And next we have, I think it's the Pink Ranger, yep. So we have Blade Blaster, Flying Kick, Arrow Shot, Take Aim, Acrobatics, and Take Aim, Power Bow, Arrow Shot, Flying Kick, and Acrobatics again. So, M. Jordan, hopefully I answered your question. Sorry, I had to check something. There was an error on my screen. So if the picture is slow, it says it's not getting enough feed. And so I'm actually going to get a Ethernet cable, because right now I'm running Wi-Fi, and I think an Ethernet cable would help with the lag. So next up we have the Blue Ranger. So we have Mighty Maces, Counter Jab, Tactical Strike, Blade Blaster, Knowledge is Power, Counter Jab again, Tactical Strike, Knowledge is Power again, Mighty Maces, and Power Lance. Alright. Can you all hear me okay? Alright, now we got the Yellow Ranger. So we got Sabertooth Strike, Sabertooth Strike again, Blade Blaster, Twin Fang Teamwork, Power Dagger, Precise Strike, trying to read them upside down, Tenacity, Precise Strike, Twin Fang Teamwork, and then Tenacity again. Alright, and so we got the Black Ranger. Smooth Moves, Sweeping Strike, Mammoth Slam, Sweeping Strike, Reckless Blow, Smooth Moves, Reckless Blow, Mammoth Slam, Power Axe, and Blade Blasters. Alright, so we're going to take another look at the hero cards, because they obviously have some power tactics on them, or like special abilities. So we look at Trini Quan. So she has double strike. It says once per battle. After you play a card, you may immediately play another card with the same name. That's definitely helpful, I'm sure. Alright, so then we have Kimberly Ann Hart. So she is the quick shot. After the start of each battle, you may deal one, looks like, damage to an enemy card of your choice. And so as again, I'm trying to read these upside down. So that one's got some marks on it, probably from the way it traveled. Alright, we got Billy. That says strategize. So once per battle, a ranger of your choice may draw one card and then place one card from their hand back on top of their deck. Well, that's definitely a helpful card. Then we have Jason Lee Scott. You have leadership. Once per battle, a ranger of your choice may re-roll any number of dice during an attack. Zach Taylor, Hip Hop Kiddo. Once per battle, after you defeat an enemy card with an attack, you may deal one damage to another enemy card adjacent to your target. And then looks like says exhaust this card before a ranger performs an attack to add 2 dice to that attack. So they just kind of give you buffs. So that's what the red Zord does. The blue Zord says exhaust this card to allow any ranger of your choice up to 2 cards from their discard pile and return them to the top of their deck in any order. And then the black Zord and Mastodon says exhaust this card to immediately remove 1 foot soldier figure from any location and place it on the experience track. The pink Zord says exhaust this card during a battle to gain 2 energy. The yellow says exhaust this card during a battle to allow each participating ranger to draw up to 2 cards. So it kind of feeds into those other special abilities. Then we have the Megazord. Exhaust this card to place the Megazord token in any location at the start of each battle in the Megazord's current location. Deal 1 damage to each enemy card. Alright. So that's everything that comes with this game. So I'm kind of excited to learn it and play it. So we're going to just put stuff back. Everything fits in nicely. These trays are nice. I'm going to zoom back out. Alright. Clean up these tokens here. So what do you guys think of this game so far? fold these up, zip lock them. There's that. Oh, I forgot some cards. These will go right back on top. I got another box, or another game to unbox real quick. And then I think I'm going to call it a night. So kind of the purpose of this is also continue to test out live streaming. See how I can get it optimized. There's that. Alright, get that out of the way. Alright, next up we got Slide Quest. And so this game is a blue-orange game. I picked this up at Origins last year, so I'm finally getting to it. So let's go ahead and bust the seal on it. And you have to bear with me. I had eye surgery December 20th, and I'm still getting used to the different sight I have now. I had eye muscle surgery, so I've constantly battling double vision, more cloudiness, and just a range of other things. It's alright, we have the instructions. So, pretty simple, one page. Here's the different boards. That's pretty awesome. Ooh, we have that. Little hit tracker. Oh, look at that. It's a level and life tracker. Different obstacles. There's a little knight. Oh, he's got some weight to him. There's some more chits. Oh, not chits, sorry. These are little meeples and things. That's cool. And these will go on the board. How? Do I have to remove this? Is that how? What's the instructions say? Looks like they go on here like this. So it goes this way. Seems odd that they hang like that. But we'll put a board on and see what it does. And so, I wonder if there's a way to just kind of adjust the level. So like, each one has to be a different level. So that one says 20, okay. So there is. It's on the back side. So this should be number 1. Yep, there we go. So oh, I see. I got it upside down. Now it's making sense. There we go. And this just goes on like that. Alright, so I'm going to flip this around. And I'm sure there's probably indicators to tell me which place needs to have certain things. So I'm going to remove some of these stripes here. This one gets a bit easier. There's different icons here. So we have guards, villains, sticks of dynamite. So let's see. Alright. So this is a stick of dynamite. It's a little red thing here. So there's a few of them. So make sure these go where they're supposed to be. It's supposed to back up. There we go. We have small barriers, arches, boulders. And so is there an arch? Yep, there's boulders. So there should be icons on the board. The villain, here's the villain. And then I'm assuming that this is supposed to be a guard. Because the indication on here doesn't look like a very good guard. And here's the life token. So, let's move these off the board. So this would go on the life tracker. We have little Mr. Johnny on the spot. So we'd start here. We'd have to do things to get him to roll. Then we have to do other ways to get him to go. But if he was to fall into one of these holes, then we have to start over again, and he loses a life. So I don't know how I feel about this inside box. Let's get rid of that, and now let's try putting these in here. Alright, now that seems to make more sense. Now let's try and Johnny on the spot. You gotta get going. Oh! And so he has to go back on the track. Oh. Whoa, that was pretty close. This is actually kind of fun. Woo! Come on, buddy. You can do it. There we go. Got him to 2. It's actually pretty hard with just one person. Wow. So there's not much to the game. So we have Johnny on the spot, that's what I'm going to call him. We have this board here that has all the different holes in it for the different obstacle courses, I guess you'd call it. So then like for here, put that on there, and then you just drop this on there like so. And then we have these little red dots here, so that's where you're going to put dynamite. So if he runs into the dynamite or knocks him over, he loses a life. And then this is a large barrier here, and this is a small barrier. So we have these fences. So we have the large barrier, and we have a small barrier, and then we have the boulder, and another small barrier, it looks like. I'm assuming that the heart here means that he would get an extra life back or something. Another boulder over here. Alright, so let's see, make sure I got everything. No arches, no nothing like that. So we got an extra fence piece here. We got 2 arches here. So then Johnny on the spot is going to go on the boat. And we're going to start to kind of try to get him to... Ooh, it's close. You want to check this out? Just kind of unboxing this game, but figured since you stepped out here, maybe we'll give it a shot. Huh?
Okay.
So, where do you want to sit? You want to sit over there?
It's cold in here.
So I just made it through this obstacle course.
Okay.
So I'll take them off. These come off, little 3D terrain. Back aside this closer to you. And then this comes up. I'm assuming that this just sits on there like this because I had this in there and it didn't seem to sit right. So I think it makes more sense to take that out because then obviously you have these little, I don't know what you call that, rocks and falling places. So then we have obstacle course number 3. Alright. Alright, so see these little spots here? That's where the dynamite go. Alright, and then we have an archway finally. So there's an archway there. Oh, rock there. Make sure that these are all in there, right? And so what we have to do is we have to get him from here along the path without knocking over dynamite. And then getting him to number 4. So we gotta get a small piece here. And then the life tracker, I didn't actually set this up. It looks like the cardboard container, yes, let's take the cardboard container out of the box. So yes, we're supposed to remove it. Put the bottom of the box in the center of the table. Place the 4 levers, okay, yeah. Place this, place that, choose the difficulty, okay. Mini quest. How to play, so we're playing 2 players. Each player must use 2 levers. Okay. Doesn't say how much. Choose lives. Players can choose the level of difficulty in a certain game. Okay. So let's go ahead and just give him 3 life. Okay? Alright, so there's no other rocks in there or anything that's supposed to be in there. So where's Johnny on the spot? So we gotta get him. It's over there. So I'm gonna use these 2 levers, you use those 2 levers. Okay? So I'm gonna lift this up. Ooh. So he has to go around the hole. So bring him back this way. Yep, yep. Oh. Lower your ends. Alright. It's on you. So you don't want to move him that way, so just lift it up. There you go. Oh. So then, yep, right towards me. Alright, then lift that side. And lift that one at the same time. There you go. So lift that side. Oh, so come back this way. There you go. So you want him to come this way. Alright. So we gotta make sure he doesn't knock over that dynamite. Oh, so gotta go back here and go to number 2. Ready to try again? Hey, Philip's back. So Phil, it is a lot of fun. There we go. There we're doing it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, so it's got to come this side of the rock. There you go. Go, yep, towards me, towards me. Oh, no. Lift up your end. It's better for him to right against the rock. The fence, I mean. Oh. Alright, last try.
Oh boy.
Oh, phooey. Well, good try though. So, what do you think so far?
It's pretty fun.
I think Dante would like this one, but I think he would have a tough time with it.
Yeah.
So we have these levers here. We have a villain, which he will come out later. And we'll have these little guards. I'm not sure what they do. And then I gotta find out definitely the rules. If you touch the dynamite, you
lose a life, or is it you actually knock it over? I think it is you knock it over, but I have to double check with that.
That's what I remember. But
So. Phil said that he's glad he had the bell turned on, which means he gets instant notification when we start to do something. So, all right, I think that's it for right now. Let me see if I got anything else I can unbox. Yeah, I'm sure I do, but I don't want to take it too long. I don't think we've done sushi roll unboxing, so let's go ahead and get that out then.
okay.
So.
So what's the guy's name?
I don't know. I just call him Johnny on the spot.
Oh,
I'm sure he's like questing night or something. Oh. We'll see. Johnny on the spot goes in his own bag. All right. Can you put that insert back in there, please? What's Mama doing?
She was laying down with. Well, actually, no, sorry, no. She's deboning the chicken. Before that, she was laying with Dante and Sophia.
Well, she said that she wanted me to help her. So can you go in there and let her know that I will help her as soon as I'm done here?
Mhm.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And so, Phil, I don't know how much you've caught so far, but in the beginning of this video, I unboxed the Saban's Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid game. And so what I'm going to do is, after I get done with these videos, I'm going to go and I'm going to edit them and make them individual videos to post on my channel and then be able to share on Board Game Geek. There's that. There's that. That. Get rid of that. And voila.
She was already there.
Keep that away. So that was fun. Actually, instead of doing, well, maybe we should save on time. Maybe save on time. Because we still need to do Skull Tales. We need to unbox
yeah.
that one.
Yeah. But I feel like with that, we should do like a different video.
Yeah.
Like either a different video or live stream.
There's a lot of content there. So we're gonna do sushi roll. Not to damage the
I want
box.
to open that and read the rules.
What?
The Resident Evil game.
Yes, we do a Resident Evil card game.
And I need to go back and reread the rules for the
Slide Quest is actually a pretty reasonable price, and so I got it when I got it at Origins. I think I paid $25 for it because the guy cut me a deal. But if you go to Miniature Market right now, we can look up and see how much Slide Quest is. If it lets me. And so, flip this over. Slide Quest says that it is currently $21.29. And so if you haven't used your gift certificate, you can definitely get that one and have some change left over to go towards another game. So, all right, so we have Sushi Go. I can't talk. Sushi Roll, because Sushi Go is a different game. That's a card game, and this is a game right game for ages 8 and up. It takes about 20 minutes to play. It says for 2 to 5 players, and it has the best toy award on it, which is kind of funny because I got it at Gen Con when it released, and so I don't know how I got the award so soon. All right, let's.
So is this a newer game?
Yep, it came out just last year. Alright, so we got Talk to Us card here. Got the rules. Got these lovely little tokens. 1 through 10, so 1, 5s, and 10s. I assume they're point tokens. We have your puddings. Oh, yep, there's some. We have swap. Some more puddings. Menus. It says reroll on it. And we got a piece of blank construction paper. Don't need that. A lovely bag with some dice in it. Ooh, that's a pretty nice bag, actually. It's like something you would see at a fisherman's door. You know, it's a thick yarn, string, decent bag. Let's look at these dice.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna zoom in on these dice real quick. You can go ahead and fiddle with them.
I like those. Those are cool.
There we go. So what's on them? We got, looks like pudding there. We have dumplings, tamari. So if you have never played Sushi Go, this game is just a different version of that game, except for, you know, except for what I talk about. They use dice, except for cards, you know, instead of cards. I keep saying excepts. Alright, then we have these conveyors. So the way these work, if I remember correctly, because I got to play a demo of it at Gen Con, is the players will get these, and on their turn they'll roll dice. So basically it's a dice drafting game. And then I think the dice that you don't want, and don't quote me on this, because I'm definitely going to read the rules and learn how to play this, but you'll put them on the conveyor, then you'll slide the conveyor to the next person, and they would choose a die, and they'd push the conveyor, almost like if it was actually on like a sushi buffet that has a conveyor, right? And then we have maki rolls, tamari, chopsticks, which is Sushi Go. That's wasabi, right? That's the wasabi. And then that is the nigiri, and that's a salmon nigiri, and I think that's a squid nigiri. There. So I like these dice, definitely cool. What else comes in here? Got some bags for the chits. We got some more boards. So we got like the menu board. So basically this is where your point trackers are. This tells you what dice equal how much. So if you look at this here, these are worth 1 point. Then we have 2 points and 3 points. Then we have whoever has the most maki rolls. Then you get 2, 4, and 8 of the dumplings, and then 1, 5, or 10 on the tamari. I think it's what it's called, tamari. And then I'm not sure what that is. And then we have the wasabi, which is the next nigiri, is worth 3 points. So it's almost just like Sushi Go. And then we have your your puddings here.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, interesting. So Phil says, name new game my kids love that is simple as Impact. My 5-year-old loves it too. The other game we have been playing is Hit Zero. I've heard of those. Never played them though. Sounds interesting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards here. We have these conveyors. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm assuming the red border here is for first player. Bags for the chits. Tokens. Let's do the token test, okay? Not bad. A little sticky. There we go. Not wanting to. There we go. Still kind of sticking there. I'm afraid that if you're not careful, you might rip the paper on them. There we go. Still kind of sticking, but yeah. So that's what comes in Sushi Roll. He says his wife loves Sushi Go. It's definitely a favorite of ours. We like to go and play it when we have large groups, because we have the party edition. So, but hey, I think that's it for tonight. And so I actually have Skull Tales that I'm going to do another video on. Maybe I'll do that Friday night since it's just going to be us. And so be looking for that video. So hey, thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.